Do you wake up 2, 3, even 4 times a night just to pee? You think it's normal aging? Your doctor says it's just what happens. But what if they're wrong? What if 5 simple foods sitting in your kitchen right now could give you back your sleep? I'm going to show you exactly what they are. And the last one, it's the reason a 62-year-old man named Frank now sleeps 6 hours straight. Meet Frank, 62 years old, retired mechanic from Ohio. Frank loved 2 things more than anything: fishing with his grandkids and sleeping in on Sunday mornings. But his bladder had other plans. Every night, like clockwork, 11:30, 2:15, 4:45, sometimes 6:20. Frank's internal alarm clock wasn't set for morning coffee. It was set for midnight bathroom marathons. His wife, Martha, started sleeping in the guest room, not because she was angry, because Frank's constant tossing, turning, and shuffling to the bathroom kept her awake too. Frank was exhausted. Snapping at cashiers, falling asleep during his grandson's baseball games, missing the simple joy of a full night's rest. His doctor said the same thing they tell every man over 60, it's just aging. Frank, welcome to getting older. But Frank wasn't ready to accept that answer. That's when he stumbled across something interesting. 5 everyday foods, nothing exotic, nothing expensive, just 5 simple additions to his daily routine. Within 3 weeks, Frank was down to 1 bathroom trip per night. Within 6 weeks, he slept straight through until morning. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what those 5 foods are, how they work, and how you can start using them tonight. The countdown starts now. And trust me, number 1 is going to surprise you. #5, pumpkin seeds. This tiny seed turned down the volume on Frank's bathroom urges. Frank started simple, a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds every morning with his oatmeal. No dramatic diet changes, no complicated meal plans, just a new snack. Here's what most men don't know about pumpkin seeds. They're absolutely loaded with something called phytosterols and zinc. Now, don't worry about the fancy names. Think of phytosterols as tiny security guards for your prostate. Your prostate gets enlarged because of a hormone called DHT. It's like an overzealous construction crew that keeps building when the house is already finished. Phytosterols tell that construction crew to take a break. The zinc works differently. It's like oil for a squeaky door. Your prostate needs zinc to function smoothly. Most men over 60 are zinc deficient. They don't even know it. Here's something that might surprise you. European doctors have been prescribing phytosterols for prostate health for decades. It's not some new internet trend. It's established medicine. Frank noticed the difference in about 10 days. Not dramatic, not life-changing yet. But that 2 a.m. bathroom trip, it started happening closer to 3 a.m. Small progress, but progress. Your homework is simple. Add 1/4 cup of raw pumpkin seeds to your daily routine. Sprinkle them on oatmeal. Toss them in a salad. Eat them as a snack with a handful of almonds. Just make sure they're raw and unsalted. Those flavored ones from the gas station don't count. Ever tried pumpkin seeds for this? Let me know in the comments. You might inspire someone else watching right now. But seeds were just the beginning of Frank's transformation. #4, cooked tomatoes. Raw tomatoes are nice. Cooked tomatoes, that's prostate gold. Frank already loved his spaghetti nights. Martha made a mean marinara sauce, but now Frank makes his own sauce, with a very specific twist. When you cook tomatoes, something magical happens. Heat releases a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. Think of lycopene as a fire extinguisher for inflammation. Your prostate, when it's enlarged and causing nighttime bathroom trips, is essentially inflamed. It's swollen. It's irritated. It's pressing against your bladder like an overstuffed pillow. Lycopene floods your prostate tissue and calms that inflammation down. But here's the kicker. Lycopene is fat-soluble. That means it needs fat to be absorbed properly. This is why traditional Italian pasta sauce works so well. Tomatoes cooked in olive oil. The Italians figured this out centuries ago. They weren't trying to cure prostate problems. They were just making food that tasted good. But accidentally, they created the perfect prostate-supporting meal. Studies show that men who eat cooked tomatoes regularly have significantly lower rates of prostate enlargement. We're talking about a 35% reduction compared to men who avoid tomatoes. Frank started making a big batch of homemade tomato sauce every Sunday. Olive oil, garlic, oregano, and lots of fresh tomatoes. He'd simmer it low and slow for 2 hours. Then he'd use that sauce throughout the week. On pasta, obviously, but also on eggs, grilled chicken, even as a soup base. Within 2 weeks, Frank's 4 a.m. bathroom trip moved to 5 a.m. Still getting up, but sleeping an extra hour? If you still love a warm bowl of spaghetti, this is your excuse to bring it back, the smart way. But what Frank drank in the afternoons, that made an even bigger difference. #3. Turmeric. The golden spice you've heard about for joint pain also works below the belt. Frank was skeptical. He'd tried turmeric pills before for his arthritis. Didn't notice much difference. But his neighbor mentioned something called golden milk. Sounded fancy. It's not. Frank started sipping a warm cup of golden milk 30 minutes before bed. Turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, warm milk, and a tiny pinch of black pepper. The magic ingredient here is curcumin. It's what makes turmeric yellow. And curcumin is like a master key that unlocks your body's natural anti-inflammatory response. There's something in your body called NF-κB. Think of it as an inflammation switch. When that switch gets stuck in the on position, your prostate stays swollen and irritated. Curcumin reaches in and flips that switch to off. But here's what most people get wrong about turmeric. Your body can't absorb curcumin very well on its own. It needs help. That's where the black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains something called piperine. Piperine boosts curcumin absorption by 2000%. 2000%. Without black pepper, you're wasting your turmeric. Frank's golden milk recipe became a nightly ritual. 1 teaspoon turmeric, ½ teaspoon ginger, ¼ teaspoon cinnamon, 1 cup warm milk, and just a tiny pinch of black pepper. He'd sit in his recliner, sip his golden milk, and watch the evening news. After 2 weeks of this routine, something interesting happened. Frank's usual 11:30 p.m. bathroom trip disappeared entirely. He was sleeping until 2 a.m. before his first interruption. If you're still watching, the next tip is especially for you. It helped Frank reduce his nighttime trips by half. But first, Frank had to make one more swap. #2. Green tea. What if your afternoon coffee is making your nights worse? Frank was a 3-cup-a-day coffee drinker. First cup at 6 a.m., second cup at noon, third cup at 3 p.m. That third cup was the problem. Caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours. That means if you drink coffee at 3 p.m., half of that caffeine is still in your system at 9 p.m. Caffeine doesn't just keep you awake. It also makes your bladder more sensitive, more reactive, more likely to wake you up even when it's not completely full. Frank swapped his second and third coffee for green tea. Green tea still has caffeine, but less. And it comes with something coffee doesn't have, EGCG. EGCG stands for epigallocatechin gallate. Don't worry about pronouncing it. Just know that it's a powerful compound that fights inflammation and helps lower DHT levels. The same hormone we talked about earlier that enlarges your prostate, but EGCG does something else interesting. It signals old, damaged prostate cells to retire naturally. It's like having a gentle conversation with cells that have overstayed their welcome. Studies show that men who drink 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily have significantly smaller prostates and fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Frank started drinking green tea at noon and 3 p.m. He let the boiled water cool for about 2 minutes before pouring it over the tea bag. This preserves more of the beneficial antioxidants. The change was gradual but noticeable. His 2 a.m. bathroom trip started happening closer to 4 a.m. Still getting up, but sleeping 2 extra hours straight. Are you still getting up multiple times at night? You'll want to hear number 1. Frank says it's what finally gave him 6 hours of uninterrupted sleep. But the real sleep switch was sweet, red, and ancient. #1. Pomegranate juice. The drink that calmed Frank's prostate and his PSA levels. Frank discovered this by accident. Martha bought a bottle of pomegranate juice because she read it was good for heart health. Frank tried a small glass, 4 ounces, just enough to fill a small juice glass. It was tart, a little sweet, kind of like cranberry juice, but richer. He started drinking 4 ounces every morning with breakfast. Pomegranate juice contains something called punicalagins. These are super antioxidants that specifically target prostate tissue. Think of punicalagins as specialized mechanics. They go straight to your prostate, reduce inflammation, and help normalize size. But here's what really got Frank's attention. His next PSA test. PSA stands for prostate-specific antigen. It's a blood test that measures prostate health. Frank's PSA had been creeping up for years. His doctor was starting to use words like monitoring and follow-up tests. After 3 months of daily pomegranate juice, Frank's PSA dropped by 30%. His doctor was surprised, asked what Frank had been doing differently. But the real proof came at night. After 6 weeks of pomegranate juice, Frank slept from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. without waking up once. 8 hours, straight through. Martha moved back into their bedroom. Here's the key: it has to be 100% pure pomegranate juice. Not pomegranate cocktail, not pomegranate-flavored anything. Pure juice? Yes, it's more expensive. But 4 ounces a day means 1 bottle lasts about a week. Frank says it's the best money he's ever spent. Pomegranate juice has 3 times the antioxidant power of red wine or green tea. It's like sending a specialized repair crew directly to your prostate. Which of these 5 foods are you most excited to try first? Drop it in the comments. Your answer could help another man watching right now. Rule of 1. Let's recap Frank's transformation. 5 simple foods, nothing exotic, nothing that requires a special trip to a health food store. Pumpkin seeds for phytosterols and zinc, cooked tomatoes with olive oil for lycopene, turmeric with black pepper for curcumin, green tea for EGCG, and pomegranate juice for punicalagins. Frank didn't change everything at once. That's important. He followed what I call the rule of 1. Week 1, just the pumpkin seeds. Week 2, added homemade tomato sauce. Week 3, started the golden milk routine. Week 4, swapped coffee for green tea. Week 5, began the pomegranate juice. 1 change per week. Let your body adjust. Let the benefits build gradually. More than 30% of men over 60 wake up at least twice a night to urinate. You're not alone in this struggle, but you're also not stuck with it forever. These 5 foods work because they address the root cause, not just the symptoms. Your prostate isn't broken. It's just inflamed, enlarged, and irritated. These foods calm that inflammation, reduce that enlargement, soothe that irritation. Frank went from 4 bathroom trips per night to 0, from exhausted and irritable to well-rested and energetic, from sleeping in separate beds to sharing Sunday morning coffee with his wife again. The best part: these foods don't just help your prostate, they support your overall health. Pumpkin seeds boost your immune system. Tomatoes protect your heart. Turmeric reduces joint pain. Green tea sharpens your mind. Pomegranate juice strengthens your arteries. You're not just solving one problem. You're upgrading your entire health profile. Start with 1 food this week. See how you feel. Then add the next one. Your prostate will thank you. Your sleep will improve. And your energy will return. You're not broken. You just lack the right tools. These 5 foods gave Frank his nights back. They might do the same for you. But I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below if this sounds like your situation. Share which food surprised you most. Tell me about your own nighttime bathroom struggles. Your story might be exactly what another man watching this video needs to hear. Don't forget to subscribe if this information was helpful. Hit that notification bell too. I post new videos about senior health, better sleep, and natural solutions every week. Your future self will thank you for taking action today. Now, I showed you the 5 foods that can help your prostate. But what if you're accidentally doing things that make the problem worse? Maybe you're drinking something at dinner that's irritating your bladder. Maybe there's a common habit that's actually enlarging your prostate. Maybe you're taking a supplement that sounds healthy but backfires at night. Click on the next video in this series. It's called Stop Doing These 10 Things and Your Prostate Will Thank You. I'll reveal the innocent mistakes that keep men waking up at night. Things your doctor probably never mentioned. Plus, how to avoid them starting tonight. Frank wishes he'd learned about these mistakes years earlier. Don't make the same errors he did. And remember, small changes create big transformations. Frank started with just a handful of pumpkin seeds. 6 months later, he was sleeping better than he had in 20 years. Your journey to better sleep starts with your next grocery trip. Pick up one of these 5 foods. Try it for a week. See what happens. Sweet dreams are waiting for you. You just need to unlock the door. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.